Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, because we don't discriminate. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios, Clifton, New Jersey. I am Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, on his worst behavior. Mr. DM, find me your mama's DMs. Why? Because I'm trying to get my baby, nobody can stop me. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz that talks all the shit.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Alex, the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stan Lee of podcast, and also known as the leader of the Fuck the Mr. McMahon group, and also known as the man to put your girl in a cripple cross face and have her run into a cross face. You dig?
Yeah. And we continue to add to the Ultra Hill family. Tonight on the boards, we got Zigga Zach.
How we doing out there, folks? How we doing?
Lovely. Nice to see you, sir.
Nice to meet you guys as well. Let's have a great show out there.
How you living, Alex? How you living out there?
You know, hating it. I got to work late and I had to do a whole bunch of stupid shit today. I didn't take no breaks, no lunch, no nothing, but I'm getting rewarded on Monday. I'm getting free lunch or whatever I want, and they don't know I'm a cheap host, so I'm about to order a hell lot of food.
I told my girlfriend that the other day because she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy dinner today." I was like, "Oh, all right." So we going to El Cid. I'm gonna get the 64-ounce sirloin, and she didn't go for that. We ended up going to Popeyes.
Let me tell you right now. If I know when to eat, and both the ladies say, "What you want to eat?" and I go, "I don't know. Make sure it's cheap and make sure I can get it a lot." You trying to go to the all-you-can-eat buffet? Yes, let's do that. I'm 6-7 plates in before I go. Yeah, I'm ready to go home, come home, and eat some more food. Once I get in the house, I'm a fat ass for a small man.
You know what I like about the buffet by me? They have like the prepackaged ice cream cups. I just take like 4 of them to go. Because
if I could take my whole entire plate to go from my all-you-can-eat buffet, they will lose all their plates because I'd be there like every other week.
Because they used to just have the ice cream machine, but like even before the pandemic, they switched just like a cup of ice cream, and then you peel the little top, and then like kind of like off the ice cream truck, kind of like that kind of thing. So that was a nice switch up because I just take 3 or 4 with me to go.
Not the one by me. The one by me, they got the ice cream thing in there. You gotta get the scooper, throw it back in the hot water to sanitize it. Man, I was like, if I eat this here, I'm gonna blow that bathroom up and come right back out and eat some more. So I leave that alone. I stay away from that. I don't want to have to kill nobody at the buffet. I like them little Asian people and that one Spanish guy. Now, nobody, one Spanish guy working on all you can eat Asian place, but whatever, you get a job where you can get a job.
Okay, the one by me, they have a hibachi bar, right? You go and you get like your fried rice and your noodles or whatever, put in like some steak or some shrimp or whatever. Of course, there's a Mexican on the grill.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird. So that all you told me right now is that place lit because they got somebody there Spanish making food. I'm with it. I'm with all the smoke.
Word. Speaking of all the smoke, the Street Profits were not on this pay-per-view. The Street Profits did not make WrestleMania Backlash. But we had zombies. We had zombies. Were you excited for the zombies? Courtesy of Batista.
You know what's funny? I was more happy for Batista's tweet more than
Yes. Because basically
his tweet was so great.
Basically, he said, "Why are y'all tweeting me? Go tweet Vince with that dumb shit."
I love the fact that he don't wrestle WWE no more, but he's still associated with them.
Yep.
But he talks shit about them still.
Yep.
And they will bring him back at the drop of a dime.
Because he's bigger than the business.
Yeah, because they get him what he wants except his title. But still, they get him what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But that was funny though, because I'm mad they went to him. But did you see the comments under that though?
Oh yeah, everybody was trashing the whole thing.
Yeah, people trashing it, but also people was making jokes about it. It was like, "My water tastes funny" at Dave Batista. How can you help fix that? And they just went to ham, son. And Batista, I think Batista like majority of like almost half of all the comments. The people was like, "Yeah, Batista, my car's acting up, but I think it has something to do with you." And he was like, "Well, it sounds like you need to get that fixed. I don't know what to do about that, but yeah, you need to see a mechanic." And they was like, "I came to you. Shit, he came to you about zombies. Why can't I come to you about my car?"
All right.
Time. I love the internet.
All right, so the night kicked off with Rhea Ripley retaining the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka and Charlotte Flair. It was a solid match. I just didn't like the ending because there was that awkward moment where Charlotte was on the apron, Asuka was running at her, Charlotte kicked through the ropes at Asuka, and all of a sudden Charlotte just disappeared. Why did she just disappear? To me, that didn't take her out the match.
She had that 2K20 glitch.
Hey, we got Cyrus DeVille in the chat. What's up? I wish I could be there, fellas. Currently waiting for a tow truck. It's all cool. It's cool.
It's all cool, man. It's all cool. You still with us in spirits.
And apparently, Kelvin said, I have no intro for today. Well, the commissioner doesn't need an intro because the commissioner is commissioner and he's in the building.
That's crazy.
And he loves hibachi restaurants.
There used to be one good one in Totowa over there by where the movie theater was at. It was a whole entire building. Like, it was so big, bro. They had 4 sections.
Oh, wow.
You could sit at, and the hibachi grill was like the length of the whole second floor.
That's big. That's pretty big.
Yeah. Me, my wife, and my friends used to go there after school. We would do a test and be like, what are we going to do? Hibachi grill went at 11. We done our test at 9. We sitting outside that bitch. They open. We the first 9 people in that bitch. By the hour in, it's like 100 people in that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn, y'all niggas wake up and want to eat hibachi? That's crazy. What else happened on Backlash? That Backlash is still weird.
So as we called last week, the only title that would change, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, we had the Mysterios beating the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm pretty mad we called that, right? Even though we all knew it was going to happen.
I mean, you had to have a title change, and that was the only logical thing for it to change. You're not changing either the women's championships yet. You're not having Roman lose this triple threat. I'm sorry, lose to Cesaro, and there's no reason for Bobby to lose in a triple threat after he already beat Drew at Mania straight up.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, the whole thing with Dominic, getting taken out before the match even started, and then him showing up, injured to save the day, that was cool and all. I just think it went way too long before Dominic came out. It was like they were just beating a dead horse because Ray wasn't even fighting back by the time Mysterio came out. It was just like, why do they not pin him already? He's not fighting back.
And you know why? Vince loved to see the little guy get beat up. And Brian, him, Chad Gable. It goes down the list of line of people.
But nevertheless, the Mysterios ended up winning with a frog splash by Dominic onto he beat Bobby Roode he pinned, I believe it was.
Yeah. Pinned Bobby Roode the day after his birthday.
Oh, somebody said today was Chris Benoit's birthday? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is. I don't know.
Or is it tomorrow? It might be a day off.
You know me, as a tech guy on the phone. Go ahead and look it up real quick.
I'm sure Kelvin knows because he usually posts.
It is in fact Chris Benoit's birthday today.
There we go. It is Chris Benoit's birthday. Because I was actually waiting for Kelvin because I know he always posts the wrestlers' birthdays on Instagram. I didn't happen to scroll past it today.
AKA, look, happy birthday to Rap Ruben, AKA the Pegasus Kid, AKA the man that people will not forget.
Mm-hmm.
Good or bad. For me, it's always going to be the good, y'all. The bad.
Yeah. Yes, Kelvin has confirmed it. Yes. Okay, and then next up was the zombie match, as we spoke of. Now, at what point in this match did The Miz get hurt? Because I didn't even notice.
I don't know either. All I know is this is his first serious injury.
Yeah, and
out of the 11 years of him wrestling. That's crazy.
He's out for approximately 9 months. Now, if this was John Cena, he'd be back in 9 weeks.
Shit. Hey, look. First of all, every time John Cena get hurt, he comes back faster and faster. He'd got hurt that night. He'd have been there this week.
Yeah. I believe it's a torn ACL or a partial torn ACL, but regardless, they have to go in and fix the whole thing because trying to let Hill on his own is not going to be productive. While the Miz is gone, does John Morrison get a good singles run out of this? Does he get like an IC belt or something?
Fuck no, you know what John Morrison gets. He gets the thing that we call the C grade pinups, because all he's going to do is probably be in good matches to lose every time now until Miz come back.
That's what I was dreading. Now, why? Go ahead.
No, or they do him like they do everybody else. They just have him backstage doing stuff, or they take him off TV like they did the War Raiders, and until Miz come back.
Yeah, Cyrus said probably when the zombies ate him.
That was still weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I literally got up and walked out the room. I was like, this is bullshit. Fuck do we got zombies? I'm not going to lie. Even though it's in the Thunderdome and they had the TV look like a abandoned city because it fit Priest's character, that was cool. The smoke around thing, cool. The zombies didn't need.
Yeah.
We did not need them.
Now, here's the next question. Why can Damian Priest not get a straight-up match at a pay-per-view?
I think they see him as like their next future Kane when it comes to gimmick matches.
I mean, yeah, but like he's bigger than a gimmick match. He's a really good wrestler. He's getting it done on like Raw, but when it comes to the big match at the pay-per-view, they gimmick it up
every time, and it's so horrible that this man is talented as hell. But we know how it goes. When you're too talented, you don't make it. When you're untalented, you're on TV every day. Lana, main one. main one.
Next up, we had Bianca Belair retaining against Bayley. I don't have anything bad to say about the match, but at the same time, it wasn't memorable. It was just there.
It was. Like, it was cool just to see Bianca Belair defend a title against somebody that was going to be Sasha Banks or somebody that, we really knew besides Bayley. But it was also a good match for Bianca Belair just to have a single match and not them do like they did with Charlotte and throw a third person in there for the fuck of it.
Right.
But it just sat like a normal match. Like, there was nothing spectacular about it.
Hold on
before we go over. I really feel like they're wasting Bayley at this point now.
Yeah, I feel like they don't have anything specific to do with her. They're just kind of trying to run this whole ding dong hello thing, just any way they possibly can.
Yeah, until they get tired of it, and we don't know when that'll be, but I feel like it'd be next week. But still.
And to me, it's like it's losing her heat as her steam as a heel, because she was on fire up until the point she lost the title to Sasha, and it was like after the rematch, it was just kind of Now she's doing comedy, obnoxious comedy in a good way, but an obnoxious comedy.
Beyond obnoxious at this point. Oh, I hope they just don't let her go like they do everybody else.
Nah. We gotta keep Bayley. And them cakes.
Yes, I wish they just bring her sister on TV. Her sister got the chest. She got the cakes. That to me, that's a perfect human being. You can have that.
Hold on. I heard a joke the other day. Bayley and Frankie Monet, aka Tyra Valkyrie, they can't have a match together. There's not a ring big enough to hold both of those chins.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the Crimson Chin versus the Mega Chin. That's what that would be.
Live on pay-per-view?
Yes, live on pay-per-view. For the first time ever, we have Nickelodeon stars have a live match. I would pay for that.
I didn't even like Fairly Odd Parents like that, but that's hilarious.
Look, I like the Fairly Odd Parents, but when they introduced the Crimson Chin and the Nega Chin, boy, that's my episode, bro. I don't care what nobody say. The Nega Chin and her, that's literally the match. I swear I will watch that match. That's like watching Triple H and Bobby Roode face each other, and that's like watching Superman versus Superboy.
All right, next up, we had one of the World Championship matches. We had the triple threat with Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre. Corey Graves specifically said, the last time Bobby Lashley went through the LED board, we didn't see him for weeks.
I'm mad they brought that back in the canon.
Yeah, because that was what, last year at like Battleground or something. It was Strowman and Lashley, and Lashley got put through the LED board, and that was just the end of the match. And then he was off of TV for like 2 months.
Well, that last year, no, that was before last year. That was before COVID, remember? Because they had crowds then.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because that was pre-hurt business too.
Yeah, that's way before pre-hurt business. Matter of fact, that's when Alexander was still kind of 205/Raw, and fucking Shelton was in the back just doing weird ass video monologues, just looking around and just smiling at the camera.
That might have been like Fastlane or something.
That shit was a trash thing because he literally put him through it and then the match was over.
Oh, back to Crimson Chin and Mega Chin. Kelvin said Jay Leno is special guest referee.
Oh my God, that's so many chins. You know, they're gonna need 2 War Game rings to get that match going.
Don't get me wrong, Tyra Valkyrie's pretty as fuck, but she's got a big chin.
Bailey's pretty as fuck too in her own little weird, goofy way, but yeah, their chins are just I don't know. Like her sisters don't even have the chin. Now I kind of want to see a picture of her mom. I might Google that in a second.
Yeah, big enough to rest these nuts on.
Yes, not big enough than Pages, but still, whatever.
All right. So, ironically, the finish to this had a very similar finish to the women's match, where McIntyre hit Strowman with the Claymore, and then as he got up to, like taunt or whatever, Lashley suddenly appeared again, spears McIntyre, and then pinned Strowman. Very similar finish to the women's match, except this time it made sense for Drew to disappear, whereas with Charlotte, it wasn't like, she didn't really get damaged enough to disappear, but she just disappeared.
Charlotte Helbar was in the yellow while Rhea and Asuka was in the orange, and she still disappeared out of the game with that glitch.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird time. Matter of fact, let's stop before we go further. Let's talk about Charlotte's ring gear.
Oh, yes.
She chose Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille. Yep. That was dope.
When she walked out, I was like, why is it white and black? Oh my gosh, it's Cruella DeVille. Oh, why can't she just like dye her hair one side just black? She had to use a permanent dye. She could have used just the washout dye.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have been so great because that fit her character. Like, no offense, the gear without the jacket and her just walking around with red, white, and black on. It's just, you need to change the colors. Like if she came out with all black and white, it'd have been great. But she can't wear that gear any much longer because it's gonna lose the lust factor of it.
I think once the movie comes out, she'll probably like wear it one more time and that be it.
I hope so.
What is the movie come? I think the movie comes out next week, right?
I think so. I don't know. I know I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch the hell out of it. I don't need to see a prequel story of how Cruella wanted to fucking take some dogs and make clothes out of them. But I just want to see it because I like the actress.
Now here's a theory that's going around. Charlotte doing all this stuff with Sonya Deville. Does it have a link to the whole gear with the movie?
I don't know. It should. They should link it to the movie. Matter of fact, they should be there for the red carpet just for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm. And the main event.
That's rare.
And the main event, your tribal chief, the head of the table, and you will acknowledge him, Roman Reigns, defeated Cesaro by technical submission with the guillotine chokehold.
I'll tell you right now. I will call Roman Reigns the tribal chief. I will say he giving SmackDown their ratings, but I still won't acknowledge him because of that whole Royal Rumble bullshit.
You still holding 5 years ago against him for that?
Bro, I'm holding to the day I die.
Okay.
I can't let it go. I just can't let it go. I can't, like I said, you can't never forget the Rumble. I can never forget that. Every time
it was called Remember the Rumble for a reason.
Yeah, and I remember it, and I'm never gonna let it go.
All right. But
hurt my heart always not there no more.
That was a hell of a performance by Cesaro. You could clearly tell that Cesaro was calling the match because he is the technical genius between the two. But Roman was no slouch. Roman has stepped his game up.
Finally, besides his, 5 moves of death. Because don't forget, John Cena got the 6 move.
Yeah.
So Roman's the 5 move, but Roman pulled out all the stops, and I was like, look at this man. He must have played as himself in 2K19 and realized, oh shit, I got more moves than what I got in real life. Just start using these.
Yo, because the freaking like transitions and like the mat wrestling that Roman was doing, it was like, yeah, this man has stepped his game up. But again, it was probably Cesaro, calling the spots, leading Roman through it because again, Cesaro has the bigger wrestling mind. But regardless, flawless match by both parties.
Yeah, and then did you see the tweet after the match?
Was that the one you just sent me?
No. Roman Cesaro put out a tweet saying, so close. And then Roman put one to him saying, but still so far away. Back to the end of the line.
Okay. After the match, main event Jey Uso came out and said, "Let me get him, Uso." So he got himself a little mud hole stomped into Cesaro. And then out comes the Monday Night Messiah.
Yo, first of all, let's talk about the King of Drip. Okay? let's talk about his suit. Let's talk about where I know he's getting them from, and they cost under $100.
I know. I've heard about where he's getting the suits from. Yep.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. The suits are weird, but they fit Seth Rollins.
Now,
I can't be mad at that.
At what point does he turn babyface?
I guess when Roman and the Usos get into his business too much again. I don't know how much longer we can have that happen, but it's going to happen eventually.
Does he win Money in the Bank, or does he just face Roman straight up as a babyface?
But I want him to face Roman straight the babyface because they already had 2-3 interactions. It would be pointless for him to go to win the Money in the Bank to just get the belt any damn time. But the interaction they already had, you kind of see Roman is a different Roman from the Shield, and Seth is a different Seth from the Shield. And Dean is no longer there. So I would like to see them just go from interactions to fighting it out to the belt, then Seth trying to work for the briefcase, and they try to make something out of that. Like, we already got something out of it with the first couple interactions, especially after that match with Cesaro and Seth, and the Usos try to step their 2 cents into it. It already kind of set the goal going forward for Seth Rollins to become a face again. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to see Seth and Roman go at it again.
It has to be for a good reason. That's why I'm saying there has to be a good build up to them having another match.
It has to be, and I want it to be, but the way WWE is doing it, Roman is making the most, and Roman's the top guy. Seth is like 3rd or 4th place. So they're not going to do that. Now, this was like Seth was top guy on Raw still, and then he came over to SmackDown like recently. Then it would be a bigger picture. But Roman Reigns is right. He's what's bringing SmackDown his ratings. People are watching to see what he say. People watching to see what he do. People are watching to see him talk to Paul Heyman the way he talks to Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Now, before we go too far, I want to say shout out to my homeboy OJ Simpson. Keep up the good work, baby. Rest in peace to New Jack.
Did you hear the monologue that Paul Heyman gave us?
Yo, Paul Heyman killed it. He said it.
Paul was like, he's a thug, and we were thugs. I was like, I'm not mad at this. Like, I really want Paul Heyman to do it my utility when I die. I want him to do it before he passes because I need to have that tape play so he could just send me off on that ship. To send me away the best way it can be possibly done. If he's gonna cameo and he's cheap, I'm gonna write something for him to say.
Now, but before he got into the mushy parts, he started with, I was hoping, New Jack said, to his wife, hey, just tell everybody I'm dead. I want to pop the boys. But then I found out it wasn't a joke.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of made me teary-eyed. When Paul said that, he said, I realize it's not a joke. I said, damn, Paul, I see your eyes watering up. I hope you don't shed a tear on TV because I might cry. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Yeah, if he had cried, I might have cried too. I'm not even gonna lie.
What? I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. Paul, even though Paul Heyman fucked so many guys over ECW, he still
everybody
the fuck out of him. Well, RVD got his little bit of money.
I think that's the only person he actually paid was RVD.
And that's the reason why I said that's the only person name I gave.
He still owes Tommy Dreamer money. He still owes Sabu money. I think he still owes Sandman money. I know he owes Candido and what's her name money.
He owes everybody money at this point because even Bubba say he owes money. I think Devon's the only one that doesn't give a fuck because he works with WWE, so I don't think he cares.
And the thing about like Chris Candido and Tammy, they were putting everybody's travel, everybody's airplane tickets on their personal credit cards. Somehow Paul Heyman talked them into paying for everybody's plane tickets. And it was like, yeah, I'll pay it back. I'll pay it back. And then eventually
he got me fucked up.
And eventually he told them, oh, I'll give you a piece of the company instead of paying you back. He never gave them a piece of the company. I think they charged up like $30,000 worth of airplane fees, and they never got paid. They had to sell their house to cover the fucking debt.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Paul is a vicious man.
Yeah. But yeah, rest in peace to New Jack, because the news came out literally while we were closing the show last week.
Yeah, and that threw us off because, Commissioner Calvin, the one that broke it to us, we was like, bullshit.
Yeah.
And then we looked it up and was like, damn, that really went down. And I'm not gonna lie. I thought the first thing came to mind, he died from an overdose. But then I remember, this man been clean for a few years.
Yep.
So what the fuck was it? Come to find out, the man died from a heart attack.
Yep.
The one thing that nobody thought would take New Jack. It was like Steve Irwin. We thought Steve Irwin was a crocodile hunter. We thought a crocodile was going to do a man, and a stingray took him out. The one thing nobody on this planet thought would be the thing that get rid of Steve Irwin is the one thing that people, that never happened. All of the animals never do it, but a crocodile is going to be the main thing to get rid of him. And it wasn't. New Jack, especially when Dark Side of the Ring, his outro. What do you want if they do a move? What do you want? I want to be old, sitting in a wheelchair, sniffing a hell lot of cocaine, giving the fuck you to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He died from a heart attack. Like, it just mind boggles me because he just said that last year. I don't know. It's still gonna bother me, especially people online still doing it. Because I think Impact this week had a beginning segment of like a picture of New Jack, a couple of them, and it said "R.I.P. You will be missed." And I was like, damn, they did more of something than WWE would. And I understand WWE can't do nothing. Because like Paul Heyman said, we can't show any clips of New Jack.
Yeah, you can't.
Because this is a PG show, and he was never PG. And I was like, you got a goddamn point about that one. That man was never PG. He was the Attitude Era by himself. I swear, if Vince never seen ECW and decided to change his direction, New Jack would have been the Attitude Era by himself. He would never need nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know all the bad shit he did. He went to hell. He's looking for Chris Benoit, and that's going to be one hell of a match.
Facts.
But I feel like Balls Mahoney's going to come down there too. So don't forget, he said he will kill Balls Mahoney, and Balls Mahoney passed away before him.
Yeah.
This might be a triple threat match. I would say death match, but they're already gone.
No. It's gonna be a Balls Mahoney in a shark cage match. Winner gets to take him out.
Let me tell you right now, I would die to go down there to see that.
Speaking of Impact, this past weekend, or was it last weekend? Either way, Impact had the Under Siege pay-per-view. I think it was 2 weeks ago. We forgot to talk about it. Moose won the six-pack challenge to become #1 contender to Kenny Omega, and they will face each other at the next pay-per-view. I forgot what it's called.
I forgot what it's called. I don't even know what that was called top of the head.
But yeah, we're gonna get Moose versus Kenny Omega at the next pay-per-view.
I'm okay with this. Got the Moose performance in that 6-man tag team match. I kind of want to see him wrestle Kenny Omega. It's a different. He wrestles somebody with a different style from him.
Yep.
And now he got to pull all the stops. I feel like Moose is going to be the highlight of the show. Even if he don't win, he's going to make that match the match to watch just because it's him.
Yep.
But also one other thing, I kind of want to see that Forbidden Door open, and I want to see with AEW and just wrestle somebody.
Again, that's the weird thing about this Forbidden Door. It's the same like 6 people crossing over.
I told you, it's like Valdor said last week. Yep. All it is the wild card.
Yep, it's just the WWE wild card. That's all. Because we're not getting a whole bunch of different matchups. It's the same 6 people crossing over and having interaction with one storyline, and that's it. And speaking of crossovers, I think this just broke a couple hours ago. Satoshi Kojima is now signed to Impact from New Japan.
Oh, wow.
So could he be the one to eventually beat Kenny Omega? You know, since they have the New Japan connection there?
He might be. Might be, because don't forget, we still got Andrade.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Andrade for the Mega Champion, yep. Now, speaking of New Japan, Will Ospreay had to vacate the Heavyweight Championship due to his neck injury. Now, does that open the door for Kenny to go win the championship for a couple months? You know, add another belt to the collection?
Probably, because Okada's not in the picture for the belt. None of the big stars are in the picture for the belt. It was only Ibushi and like 2 more other people. And they're big stars, but they're not big stars in the heavyweight realm of New Japan. It might be.
Because we're just going to assume that Ibushi immediately gets a title shot. I don't think they're just going to hand him the belt, but he'll at least get a shot at the title because he was the last champion.
That is the only thing I love about New Japan. You don't just get handed things. You get to earn them, especially if you're the last champion. You get first dibs. See how you was the last champion. Not WWE when you lose the belt, and then all of a sudden you got to start from the bottom and work your way back up to the top to where you was already at or still at to try to get something you never lost. Half of the roster in SmackDown.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had a frog in my throat. Or Stephanie McMahon. One or two.
What was I gonna say? More just random news. Your boy Velveteen Dream is gone.
I know, and it hurts my heart to see it. And like I said before, and I'm always gonna say it again, anybody watching this podcast or listen to us on any kind of media platform, including the men in Nigeria, where we're number 1.
Yes. We haven't mentioned that in a while. We are the number 1 podcast in Nigeria via Apple Podcasts. We have the analytics. Don't test me.
Yeah, where you can't fight us. We got the numbers. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird because of the fact that
that's a really long applause.
Really is. I'm working on shortening it. I'm sorry.
You need a stand applause for that. Look, we need a stand applause for that. You better like every time we don't say it, we don't get an applause. I don't give a damn.
Honestly, don't shortchange yourself.
You need to be number 1 to number 10. We need an applause all the way up until we out of the top 10 spot. I don't give a fuck.
Word.
What I like?
Oh, Velveteen. We were talking about Velveteen.
From the time I said the whole allegation thing happened, everybody talked their shit. And I understand you talked about Joey Ryan and all of them. Yeah, you know, these guys were caught red-handed, all of this shit. Velveteen Dream, so-called, sent the message to the mind. Great, whatever, cool. But he went through the process. None of the other people that was called for the same issue, they so-called just said it never happened and been trying to tell y'all it never happened for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
This man never said it never happened. He never said it did happen. But he went through everything WWE wanted him to do to get him back on TV. And y'all still ridicule this man.
Cancel culture.
And you try to ruin his whole career. That's great. Cancel culture. Gen Z kids, you are fucking great. I hate you all. Now the man is not there. And he was just on Raw last week. He was in the back of Raw last week.
Yep.
I feel like Vince is not going to be sad of it, but I feel like Triple H is going to be, because Triple H had the most faith in him, especially after the allegations. Because soon the allegations was over, he was on TV for like 2 months, and then he showed back up on TV and had a few matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think Triple H had more of a heart for him to be back on television. You know, Triple H, he's a wrestler. He's not gonna let his wrestlers sit out and not do nothing. Like, listen, man, he's gonna let them work. You want to work, you want to work. Now, my thing is, that's gonna bother me is, where's Velveteen gonna go?
I feel like he is an Impact person.
He do fit in Impact, but let's say he goes wherever Lilo goes. But don't forget, they was a tag team and they are best friends.
Yeah. So MLW, ROH.
Probably MLW until WWE fully owns them, and then Lilo and them probably be gone.
Oh no, that'll just be a convenient way to bring him back.
Oh, that'd be great. Come up with a different kind of persona. But I don't want to see a different persona. I like the Velveteen Dream. It was different. It was entertaining.
So you want to see the Purple Rainmaker?
Yes. I need to see Purple Rainmaker, the belly shirts, the flails, the coming out dressed as other wrestlers. I need all that. I need the high hair, the big hoop earrings. I need all of that. Like like I said, he went from being a guy that I didn't give a fuck when they did Tough Enough, and he left and they left the door open for him, to being one of my favorites. And to see him go like that after they already let go of, what was it, 8 other people, it just mind boggles me that they let go of so many people that are great talent that never got a chance to like get to the main stage.
Mm-hmm.
And WWE supposed to be the end all, the be all, the top ranking thing. You work your ass off to get there, and you get through the training part and still get let go. How do you supposed to feel after that?
Hey, that's what WWE does, though. That's what they do.
And I still hate the fact that every wrestler goes, "Oh yeah, this is the be all. We are the top notch thing." No, you have lineage. You've been around for a certain amount of years, and you're the only wrestling company that's still around from the amount of years. You got lineage, but you're still not the best thing on the planet. You never will be. To me, it's always gonna be New Japan.
I mean, if you think back to the 70s and 80s in the territories before guaranteed contracts, handshake deals. I'm gonna use you until I don't need you, and then you buy. Now it's just you got to get rid of somebody by illegal means. That's the only difference.
Yeah, but they get rid of people by legal means in the most worst way. I really take the handshake because I really take the handshake, and you guarantee me a few months of me wrestling. Then you sign me to a contract, don't use me, and then let me go, and then I can't wrestle for 90 days.
Yeah.
Now you fuck with my livelihood.
Moving over to AEW, they have announced a second TV show. Rampage will start, what is that, the end of July, mid-July, I believe?
Yeah.
I forgot the exact date.
And it will be coming on also on Friday.
Yes, on Friday at 10 o'clock after SmackDown. They apparently don't want to go head to head with SmackDown. It's only an hour show. Now, I'm not sure if this is a live event or if it's being taped. I'm going to assume it's being taped.
To be honest, I hope it's being taped, because after having AEW Dynamite be so-called live, and then having Dark be 14 hours long,
and Elevation,
being like forever long, another show will kind of prosper for them, because at least you get the other people that's not on Dark that wants to be on the main TV to be on main TV.
I don't think they're really going to take the people that are on Dark and Elevation and put them on Rampage. I think it's just going to be an extension of Dynamite. That's my feeling.
But then that would just be stupid. That'd be like WCW and
Thunder. Yes, it's WCW Thunder. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's just going to be the whole same roster on a different day. Matter of fact, it's going to be the old WWE when they wrestled on Monday Night Raw and then turn around and wrestled on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't kind of like AEW is good entertainment wise. Like they can keep me entertained for a good amount of time, more than Raw can. And SmackDown's not on as long, so I can be entertained by SmackDown. It will never be NXT. I'll watch that from beginning to end and then go back and rewatch other episodes. But I really can't see Moxley wrestling on Dynamite on TBS because I hope they don't change that TNT title. That's fun.
Oh yes.
Money.
We gotta talk about that too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't want to see Darby and rest of the other group factions go from one show to another unless they're group factions you're not using at all. So you use the Dark Order, and I love the way they use the Dark Order, but they're not using them too much and not using them too less. They're just using them just enough to keep you entertained and want to see them again. But I don't want to see another show where the Inner Circle and Pinnacle are on one show and then turn around and finish their shit on another show, then turn around next week to be on the beginning show.
Yeah. So starting in January of 2022, Dynamite will move to TBS. So as you said, will that mean the TNT Championship will become the TBS Championship?
Or will it become just a television title?
Or they could just call it the Turner Networks Championship because Ted Turner owns both channels.
Dude. Yes, call it the Ted Turner title. Please do. It would make so much more sense. It would make so much more sense because then whoever wrestle on regular Dynamite and then whoever wrestle on the next show, it don't have to be a different change of words. It could just be the Ted Turner title. As a matter of fact, you don't got to call it Ted Turner title. You could just call it the Triple T title.
Or will they go the WWE route, just recolor it, call it the TBS Championship, and you'll just have two of the same belt?
Oh, so it'd be like the US, the Intercontinental?
No. I'm talking like the Universal versus the WWE Championship. One's black, one's blue. One's black, one's red.
I ain't gonna lie, that'd be kind of cool though.
To have a TV, a quote unquote, singles title on both shows.
Yeah, because I like, to be honest, WWE. I'm pitching this, and I'm pitching it in my head as I go. WWE should have only one world title.
Yes, absolutely.
They have only one world title to go between both shows because you are the world champion. You don't need to have a world and a universal champion. What the fuck is a universal champion?
There should be one world champion. There should be one women's champion. There should be one tag champion. You have the US and the Intercontinental as the singles title for either show. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, and do you have our coveted 24/7 title that could be done on any show, anywhere, any given time?
Sir, that's the R-Truth title. The 24/7, 48/7, I-95 South European Television Championship.
I'm mad you remember all that shit because I keep forgetting midway through it. I'm so upset. Now you're going to make me remember that shit. I'm going to have to force myself to remember that now.
I-95 South. The same as J. Cole's intro track song on Off Season.
One of the hot songs up there, Straight Fire.
Yeah. As we were talking about before we got on the air.
Yeah. Now, if they do that two titles, will we see Kenny Omega on both shows?
Probably.
Then that mean to be on 3 different shows throughout the week.
Probably.
That's gonna be a lot to see Kenny Omega.
Hey, WWE's on every night of the week. Why can't AEW be on every night of the week?
They could be, but they split their brand up of people to have them be on every night of the week so they can have different people wrestle.
Yes, that's
so some people a chance.
I mentioned this to Kelvin the other day when he DM'd me. I was like, yeah, WWE's on every day of the week, but it's 5 different continuities. AEW has one continuity. Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, it's all the same continuity.
Basically, it's like old Raw, old SmackDown for UPN, and Sunday Night Heat or Velocity.
Yep.
Same wrestlers just jump between shows, giving fans a incentive to watch.
Yep.
And I don't want to see it, but I pitch this. Let's pitch this right now. If they split the show up, can we have a real, true brand split? And you send certain people to other shows?
Now, the only reason I think that won't happen is because they don't want to copy WWE.
Look, I get it, but with WWE, they had that so-called bullshit ass wild card rule still. They just don't call it wild card rule. They just, somebody else showed up from another show. Mm-hmm. But with them, I feel like the only people that should be able to change the show, like legitimately, is the champion. But they should have 2 different rosters of 4 people. Now, I'm like WWE and give everybody a fucking belt when you got 37 belts across the fucking country.
Yeah.
because then it'll be more entertaining. Because if you keep Moxley on Dynamite, and then you turn on next show and you build up somebody else to be on there to be a number one contender, it will be more impactful to really watch. Because now you're trying to see who's going to beat Kenny Omega. You're not watching SmackDown to just see who on that brand is going to beat them and hoping where somebody from Raw get traded to SmackDown to beat this man. When it should be just Roman Reigns as champion fighting against Drew, Bobby, Braun, Randy. He should literally be fighting everybody to show that he's a true Chadwick Chief. Mm-hmm. But he's just basically facing the same fucking people on SmackDown, and it's not getting boring, but eventually it's going to get boring.
Yeah. This week on Dynamite, they announced at Double or Nothing, Sting will have his first match since Night of Champions 2015 against Seth Rollins, where he destroyed his neck.
Took that bad buckle bomb.
Yeah.
That they blamed on Seth Rollins.
But Sting came out and said it wasn't Seth Rollins, it was me. I took the bump wrong.
How many wrestlers you get that tell you that, oh yeah, that's not their fault, it's my fault? The only wrestlers I know that said that before Sting was D'Lo Brown and Draw.
Mm-hmm. Or well, didn't Owen take responsibility for Stone Cold?
No, he turned into a storyline. And I broke your freaking neck.
And Goldberg definitely didn't take responsibility for Bret Hart.
Oh, Goldberg can take responsibility of shit. Unless it's his son. and shit. We see how that turned out. Got the son over there with his shirt off in front of a crowd of people. Little fat fuck. No offense.
All right, Double or Nothing. Obviously, we have our world title match. Kenny Omega taking on Orange Cassidy and Pac, and neither one of them has a real shot at winning this title. But will the match be any good?
Kenny Omega versus Pac, Orange Cassidy. Kenny Omega is going in as the favorite. Pac is going in as the high flyer. That's the bastard. And Orange Cassidy is going in as Orange Cassidy, the fan favorite. I feel like it has potential to not be a great match, but a good, decent match. Because those are three different styles, and I feel like somebody's going to botch something down the line. We know it's not going to be Pac. Pac don't botch shit. That man is just flawless.
Yeah. Because Omega and Pac, they've had, 2-3 matches against each other already? They've been spectacular. So can they build on that? Does Orange Cassidy really fit in their, the chemistry that they have?
Orange Cassidy doesn't fit, but like I said, fan service. He's been out for a while. Yeah, I haven't really seen him. Now that he's back, do you really want to see him go back to wrestling random weird matches, or do you want to see him compete for the big goal? Even if he doesn't win it, it just puts Orange Cassidy in a different perspective in people's eyes. Instead of him being the gimmick man with his hands in his pocket, it puts him as a legit, Orange Cassidy can wrestle. We've seen it.
Right.
We know he could do other moves. But it still gives you the fact that maybe one day down the road, maybe Orange Cassidy will change his style up. Maybe he will become champion. I think they kind of need to get him in that limelight for people instead of people just thinking that he's just, a one-shot pony.
Yeah. Kelvin said, Owen316 says, I just broke your neck.
Oh, my God. I remember that. Now I got to look for that shirt.
All right. We got Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with Rebel, not Reba.
I really hope
that Britt Baker finally wins the title. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. She needs to, because she went from bad character development to being the best thing in that women's division to watch.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. This week on Dynamite, Red Velvet versus Serena Deeb, banger. That was a banger match. That was probably...
Bro, that was a match that was made out of left field. I don't know where that came from.
To be... Okay, Red Velvet's she's not inexperienced, but obviously hasn't been around for, 10, 15 years. She killed it in that match against Serena Deeb. Obviously, Serena Deeb was leading the match, but that was a banger. I was invested to that whole match. I was like, holy shit. I know they're not going to switch the belt, but this is a damn good match. I could believe that they would want to have her win.
Like I said, if That's the one thing WWE can't seem to do with their women, and it's weird because they did it before with Trish and Lita and Victoria and all of them. If they would have pulled off with them, I don't understand why you can't rinse and repeat the same formula.
I think what happened in WWE is there's a clear divide in talent. You have your Sashas, your Charlottes, your Baileys, that group of people, and then you have your Dana Brooks, your Lanas, and it's just they might get a title out of pity for a stupid storyline, but there's just that clear divide where it's never gonna happen.
I'm about to say you said that wrong. It's we got Sasha Banks, Bailey's and them, and then we got Rose and Dana Brooke, and then Lana's in her class of her own.
Yeah, and there's also that middle category with Naomi and Carmella where they're really good, but they're not top notch.
Oh, can we talk about this though? Tamina debuted this month on the 14th of 2010.
Yep.
And just won her first women's title.
Yep.
In 2021. This woman has been on the roster for that long. To 11 years.
Hey, it's Kofi Kingston and Bobby Lashley. What do you want?
But the thing with them is they won other belts.
Well,
they just never won the heavyweight title. She never got a heavyweight title shot ever.
Well, for how long? For how long there was only one women's championship. So if you didn't win the one women's championship, you weren't winning anything. There's only been 2 belts for the last 4 years, and now there's a tag. And now there's a tag championship for the last 2 years.
It feels weird because you said 4 years, and I feel like it's been longer for some weird reason.
Maybe 5. It definitely hasn't been more than 5.
But like I said, I feel bad for her because you got to think about it. The Usos debuted with her.
Yep.
Damn near re-debuted. And how many tag team champions have they been?
8, 9. Speaking of which, my listen through on the Up Down Down podcast, I just passed the Usos episode, and they gave the whole spiel about how they were on TV, they got taken off for 6 months, they came back, and all of that bullshit. Oh
yeah, when they pitched the War Dance.
Yeah.
And a year later, Brent said he wanted to see it, and it was like, that shit we pitched a year ago?
Yeah. Yep. All right. We also got Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo. I don't think anybody really cares, but let's see what Anthony Ogogo can do. We got Hangman Page versus Brian Cage. It'll be all right.
I'll watch that.
It'll be all right. We have a weird pairing, Miro and Lance Archer, because I'm not sure if Lance Archer is a heel or a babyface, because he's just in all these weird feuds. But this should be a nice hard-hitting match. We already mentioned Sting and Darby Allin against Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. The Young Bucks are taking on Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Obviously, the Bucks are going to win because Jon Moxley has to leave for baby duty soon, so he's not picking up a title now.
Hey, look, he can leave all he wants. Eddie Kingston got them damn Jordan Dior's.
Oh yeah, he ran them shits. That's some real Bronx shit right there. You go down, I'm taking the shoes off your feet.
New York. He went back New York style and grabbed the bitches. But what's funny was, somebody on the Dynamite, I forgot who it was, got on Twitter and saw the picture and said, "Hey, Kingston, hit me up. I know a guy. We can flip those real quick."
Yep.
I said, we need to keep playing off this. I need to see Eddie Kingston wearing the bitches around his neck like Nick Cannon did in that dumbass movie.
Word. All right. We got the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle and Stadium Stampede #2. And I know you're hoping Inner Circle loses, so they have to break up. But what is the actual outcome? Where are they actually going with this?
The Inner Circle's going to win because they already lost at their so-called war games.
Yeah. So, and then
you know what that means. Before you go, you know what that means. That means Pinnacle won, Inner Circle won,
and then we have to have another match.
Third one.
Yep, we have to have another match. Then we have
that third one right there is going to be the one of them groups break up.
Yeah. Then we have to have the Casino Battle Royal match, and Kelvin mentioned that Rey Fenix will not be in it due to an injury, which is correct. We have Christian Cage, Matt Sydal, Powerhouse Hobbs, Penta El Zero Miedo Jungle Boy, Matt Hardy, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, The Blade, Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, Preston Vance, Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, QT Marshall, Nick Camrado, Dustin Rhodes, and Lee Johnson, and the mystery person as we have in every casino match.
So we have 21 people in this damn match.
Yep.
God damn. A lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh, Kelvin also mentioned Eddie Kingston took the socks.
Damn.
Yeah, he was grimy. He took the socks too. That's grimy. Sends you home barefoot.
Took a $21,000 sneak off some nigga's feet and took some probably $4 socks off there.
Nah, I think they had on them polo socks, so they're like $20.
Oh shit, that's a come up then. What you mean?
All right, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Can we talk about the NXT releases?
Yeah.
I just sent you a thing on Instagram with the names of all of them. The only one that surprised me out of all this list, literally, is Alexander Wolf.
Oh, he addressed that. He's not
that's
being let go.
That's the only one.
His contract expires in 4 weeks.
That's the one that caught me because when he posted, my contract ends on the 16th, so I'm not being fired. My contract ends, but I can't wait to see what the future holds for me. Thank you for the 6 years in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to do a new chapter in my life. I said, I'm not mad at it. He addressed it and he told the real reason. Nobody else is going to tell the reason because most of them got fired.
Yeah.
But there's one girl, forgot her name.
Vanessa Bourne?
Yes. Her Twitter, she posted a video how she felt. And she was true to her heart. And it was also half a pipe bomb. And it was great. I commend this woman for her actions. Because she literally said, I am surprised I got let go, seeing how I was just on TV last week and all the stuff I've done behind the scenes with WWE. She said, but I can't get mad at it. People get let go all the time. Some people come back. I will make sure that if I do come back, I will be better than what I was when I left. And then she said, I'm also happy for the fans that, followed me and kept me going. And I'm also thankful for the trolls. You inspired me. Let me stop fucking lying. Y'all deserve to fucking die. Y'all fucking stupid. I said, thank you so fucking much. I love that. But then she ended off with the one thing that made me laugh. She goes, out of all the things I never got a chance to do, I never got to fight all zombies. Weird.
Damn.
And then she ended the video. And I said, bro, she literally dropped a pipe bomb with a fair-wear speech. And I love it. Now I just want to see her show up somewhere else and show what she can do.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Rest in peace to Paul Mooney. We missed that. And let's get out of here. I have been Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior. And you, sir?
Alex the motherfucking Hill.
And we are out. Good night, Zach. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Hit the music. We're out.